Hey everyone, welcome back to My Rising Rose with me, Jack Morrigan. I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about today, but I'm on holiday in Genoa at the moment, and I don't know why, but we decided that we would go on holiday in the middle of eclipse season, um, and it's been really lovely. Like Genoa in Italy, it's a beautiful place. Highly recommend coming here. I might do some videos of me walking around in the streets, just to show you guys how beautiful it is here. But it was the lunar eclipse yesterday, and you can probably tell from looking at me that I'm pretty tired. I imagine quite a few of you are also feeling the energy at the moment. And I really want to just be honest about this when I'm not feeling very good. Like, I don't feel that great today. I feel pretty flat, pretty tired. Going up and down. It's been like an emotional roller coaster. I'll have moments where I feel absolutely fantastic, and then moments where I just feel absolutely terrible. Just like all sorts of unprocessed stuff coming up from the past, and just being like, just pretty draining. So with a bit of luck, that peaked yesterday. As for us here, it was the lunar eclipse yesterday. But I just want to be honest about it, because I want those of you out there who are feeling this as well to know that you're not alone. Like, I'm also feeling it, you're feeling it, there are lots of other people out there feeling it. And the reason why this is important to me is because I'm a very sensitive person who has gone through this spiritual journey where very, very few role models, like people putting themselves out there as a spiritual teacher, leading classes or taking people on trips, places, very, very few of those people actually acknowledge their humanity and that they have ups and downs. And I've met loads of people who do this, and I know that they all have ups and downs, but very few of them share about it. And honestly, I think that's terrible. I think that it sends completely the wrong message to our audiences, to the people who are listening. I think it creates an illusion of us being in some kind of state which we're not in. And I think it perpetuates myths about awakening that are delusional. I think it sells tickets pretty well. I think people really like that fantasy and will pay for someone to kind of indulge that fantasy. But I think it's immoral to indulge that fantasy. And it would just be very inauthentic of me to sit here and act like I was feeling fantastic when I'm not. Maybe I would have more subscribers if I did that, but I never want to be that person. So today I want to do a channeling, which is going to be a bit challenging because I'm just using my phone here, and I don't have anywhere to put it down. I didn't bring my little stand thing with me. So bear with me if it looks strange. Hopefully the sound quality is good. I've checked this before, and you guys have told me that sound quality is good on my phone. So hopefully it's all good. I hope that you all are doing well. I hope that this eclipse season hasn't hit too hard. For some of you, you probably didn't even realize that it was happening. But for others of you, it will have hit hard. And I just want to be a voice to say that you're not alone. My plan today is to channel Earthrand. And part of my reasoning for that is because I would like, ideally, to release one of her courses for the Dragon Library by the end of this month. But I don't want to put too much pressure on myself because there are other things that I need to do. So that's not a guarantee that it will be out by the end of the month. But that's a kind of a loose goal. And I thought maybe it would be nice to channel her through. It also feels quite fitting just kind of for where we are. But as you know, they have a mind of their own. So if the dragons decide that a different dragon would be best suited for this call, then they will come through themselves. So the Dragon Library has launched. Just want to do some updates. The Dragon Library has launched. Veer's course, Ground, is available. Be sure to check it out, and remember that the discount is only available until the end of September. So that if you go into the description of this video down below, you'll see that there's a coupon code that you can use to give you 10% off. So make sure you use that if you want to before the end of September. It's been really lovely, launching all of this. So we've got the Dragon Medicine Library, and people are starting to kind of move their way through the course, and I'm starting to get feedback. And it just makes me really happy. It's a wonderful thing to have these experiences with these beings, and to go through genuinely really profound shifts in consciousness, but to kind of do that alone, and to not really hear anybody talking about it, like these deep states of grounded consciousness where you unify your soul really with the soul of the earth. There's something so wonderful about that, like a deep sense of belonging to this world, and a sense of preciousness to this life that it's hard to put into words. But it's so wonderful to experience that, and it's even better to share it, to put something like this together, to put Ground together, and then send that out into the world, and for people to buy it and go through it, and I can tell they're getting glimpses of the experiences that I've been having. So that's wonderful. It's like, this is, when you just find your life's purpose. This feels very much like that for me. So check that out. And then if you are a member of Ground, or if you have been a member of Dragon Medicine, then you can join the My Rising Rose community. And that's been really nice, because people within Dragon Medicine have joined that, and we've had a bit of a reunion with some of the Dragon Medicine members. So we're going to be building up that community. We've got a live call coming up at the end of the month. I'm not sure of the exact date yet, but that will basically be a check-in where people can kind of share a little bit about themselves and their lives and everything, which I think is a very important part of this kind of work. But then I'll bring through one of the dragons, channel them for you guys, and then you'll have a chance to do a Q&A. I'm going to upload that to YouTube, so you'll be able to watch it even if you're not a member of the community, but you won't be able to ask your questions. I'm still kind of new to all of this and figuring out how to kind of fine-tune everything. So these are the early days, but I may open up the community part of things, which is basically just like Facebook without Facebook. That's what it looks like. I may end up opening that up for everybody, but at the moment it's just for people who have bought Ground, or any of the upcoming Dragon Library courses, or anyone who has been in Dragon Medicine. So I hope that's all clear. I don't think there's anything else to go through. Right, I'm gonna channel who I assume will be Earthrand now, and then let's see what they say. It's funny to be doing this while I'm holding a phone in my hand, so if I smile to myself, that's probably what I'm doing. I was even thinking of doing this while at a cafe. Might be a bit too sort of vulnerable to literally just sit there and do a channeling at a cafe. Maybe if there's a quiet one somewhere. Anyway, I'll get into it. Kianaraishturu. Nianarayu. Tianurusht. So bear with me a moment, I'm just tuning myself in. This is a little bit of an unusual setup, so it's going to take me a second to tune in. So Jack was right, I am Earthrand, Sacral Chakra Dragon of the Rising Rose. Part of the Sacral Chakra of the Cosmos. Part of the Sacral Chakra of this world. So I'm just taking a moment to bring myself through. It's going to take a little while. Jack's tired, as he was sharing with you all. Honestly, openly. So it's a little harder to bring myself through, but the energy is coming through. Jack can see it with his eyes because he can see his own image while speaking. Some of you will be able to see it too. So this world is alive, and I just want to share a little bit with you to help you understand exactly what is happening when I bring myself through Jack. What is actually happening here? Because some of you get confused about kind of what a dragon is, what does that mean? And you picture something outside of yourself, this image that's depicted in all of your stories. And you go, that thing out there that has a size, you know, that I can see all of it and know what it is. That's what a dragon is. And unfortunately, that's missing the point. You can think of me much less of a physical form like yourselves, and much more of like a force of life. Like a fundamental force of life, more like gravity than you know? It's understandable that the human mind wants to conceptualize what we are, and make it look like you. Take a form like you have a form. And it's not that we can't do that in any way. There are ways that we can do that. But that's like the least of us. Sort of the least true representation of us. A more true representation of us is that we're like a force of nature. You know, just like the sacral chakra itself. What is that? What shape is that? There are ways of drawing it and describing it that have been written down throughout different cultures, throughout time. But that doesn't make that absolutely true. You know, what is it? What's the form, the shape of the sacral chakra? I know some of you will be picturing all these sacred geometry things, but throw that away for a second. In your body, what is it? What is the sacral chakra? In your body, in your felt sense, for you, right now, what is it? Because that will give you a clearer representation of what I am than any drawing. Especially for me, I am Earthrand, Sacral Chakra Dragon of the Rising Rose. I'm part of the Sacral Chakra. The felt sense, enjoyment, pleasure. I'm bodily. The sacred body is what I am. And you'll know me through your own sacred body. You'll know me much better through that than through your drawings or your histories. I say this to encourage you to lean away from what is written, to lean away from what is depicted in imagery, and to lean into your own true felt sense of who and what I am. Because who and what I am and who and what your sacrum are, your sacral chakra are one and the same. With the same color, the same fragrance, the same nationality. Let's go quiet for a moment and just sit with this, what I've just shared with you. Let your body feel it. There is knowing within your body that will arise to you in the silence that we share for the next few moments. So a return to the sacral chakra is a return to yourself. In all honesty, for most of you, a lost part of yourself. A part of yourself that lives within the earth, the top layer of the earth. Myself and Veer and N'Ka A, the black and the red dragons, we three form the lower dimensions of being. So we unite as lower dimensions of existence. And these lower dimensions are the most forgotten within most of human spirituality. You over-focus on the upper dimensions. Look at your religions. Look at the way they point upward to find God, the divine. There is this overemphasis on up. Myself, Veer, and N'Ka A, we are the lower divine. The underworld divine. The subconscious divine. The bodily divine, the earthly divine. And we are it for ourselves, but we are also it for you. For you and I are not separate. And what I am, the sacral energy, the sacral wisdom, the sacral awakening that I am, is one with your potential of what can awaken within you. What can awaken within you is what is awakened as me. When we unite, when we truly come together, as we are doing now, that is when humanity starts to remember the depths of itself. And it does it through our meeting, through you and I. Let's go quiet for a moment and reflect on that. hope that some of you can feel what I'm sharing. And it is about feeling. You'll feel it in your body. Hope you can feel it. It might feel like similar to Veer N'Ka A, right? A feeling of soft descent of your body into the earth. Almost like you are laying down in some soothing bath. Almost like you're leaning back into the amniotic fluid of the womb. Peaceful, contented child, resting. Resting not in some airy dissolution above, but in some sumptuous, tangible something below. That's the direction that we're moving. That's what I'm going to be sharing more of when Jack gives me the opportunity to add my first course to the Dragon Library. There will be more. The wonderful thing about this library that we're creating is it has the scope for many, many, many courses. Each of us can add our own flavor over and over again to deepen what we share. I hope this resonates with some of you. Hope you can feel it within you. Bring your attention to it. Be aware of it. See how it affects you. Come back to this if it benefits you. Revisit this, because the energies present here will become stronger and stronger over time. So thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you so much for listening to Jack share about his humanity, that I hope you resonate with. And I look forward to sharing more with you soon. For now.